We're live.
All right.
And we are live.
Awesome.
Ooh.
Hey guys, Roger Silveri here in Tampa, Florida. Welcome to tonight's Empowered Lifestyle Hour. So can't even remember what show it is. I think it's like 4 or 5. I think we have
5.
5. Golly, number 5.
Already.
Tonight we're going to get into something special, talking about social media and driving more traffic, leads, and sales through the power of social media. And just want to introduce my colleagues from that way. We'll start with Keisha Sumner. We'll give you guys just an opportunity to share who you are, because we've got some new people that are on the line watching for the first time for our show that is every Thursday night at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So Keisha, go ahead and take it away.
Sure, no problem. Thanks, everybody. I'm so excited to be here with my business partners. Just really excited to be here tonight because even though I'm so tired because I started getting up at 4:40 in the morning to run, but I'm just excited to be here, and I'm so full of energy and ready to hear these exciting and wonderful details on how we're going to drive business and get more sales, more leads, more traffic in our business from my esteemed colleagues. And just to give you a little bit of background about me, my name is, again, Keisha Sumner. I'm also known as the Ivy Marketing Mogul Online. I am an ex-corporate professional with some really big consulting firms back in the day. Spent many years with them and was totally unhappy. And because of that, I sought out ways where I could actually make money and do it on my own time, to get that freedom that we all wish for, right? And so I found some folks online, hooked up with them, and it has been an incredible journey thus far. It has been a life-altering, life-changing journey thus far, and you'll hear more about why and how it's been life-changing for me. But I'm really excited to be here, really excited to be with my wonderful business partners, and let's just get this thing going. So you'll hear more about our stories too, and you'll hear some really great tips and techniques that you can actually use in your business starting tonight, so that you can improve your sales, your leads, and your traffic for your business. Right back to you, Roger.
Awesome. And going down the line, we've got from the beautiful city of Las Vegas, Miss Victoria Blanco.
Hey guys, this is Victoria Blanco here. I am the wife and mother of 2 children. I actually officially got started online a little bit of a year ago. I started, doing online stuff when I was in college about 2 or 3 years ago now. Gosh, it's been a long time. So I say officially because when I initially got started online, it was kind of like a touch and go kind of thing. Like, you see it, you like it, they make it sound good, but then you sign up, and then it's kind of like you don't even see the person that signed you up anymore. So initially I had, some negative things or thoughts about working online. But I got started last year working online, and it's been the best decision of my life, really. And, I think the biggest part for me about working from home is not only being able to stay with my children and, also have my husband stay at home with me. I think the biggest thing is the community that we have. Being able to connect with people that are just like you and are seeing a massive amount of success. So I think that's the biggest thing that has brought me online and that has kept me online. And so we're going to go right back to Roger so that we can get this thing started.
Awesome. And we're going to pass it off to a lovely woman in Texas, Miss Yamina Hall.
Hey guys, this is Mina Hall, and I'm the single mom out of the bunch. And I officially got online around 2010, I believe, because I was doing a lot of offline network marketing stuff, and it just wasn't working out. and being single parent, you know, you got to find somebody to watch your kid while you go to the meetings, or you got to bring them and you got to tell them to be quiet, don't touch nothing, you know. So I was looking for a way to do something where I can actually don't have to worry about all of that. And even though I am online, we still have events and stuff, and I'm able to take my son with me. So that is the good thing about our community. You know, you can bring your kids with you, as opposed to for a lot of traditional network marketing companies. You know, you don't see a lot of people bringing their kids, or they have to make arrangements. So that's the good thing about what I'm doing online. And since being in this community, it's just been a great experience. We have a great community. We have some great leaders, and it's just been great for me, and I love it. I wouldn't change it.
Fantastic. And you know, I feel the same way. It's been a blessing, and since 2011, I've been a part of our community, and what we've been able to accomplish as a team is nothing short of extraordinary. And obviously, you know, the vision of the Empowered Lifestyle Hour is to give you guys hello.
We hear you now.
What happened?
I don't know.
That was strange. Well, hey guys, sorry for the difficulty, the technical difficulty. I don't know what happened with there. All of a sudden, I was talking, and then I just suddenly went blank. Anyways, but you know, since 2011, you know, what we've been accomplishing is nothing short of extraordinary. And the vision of Empowered Lifestyle Hours is to give you guys perspective on mindset, on personal finance, on relationships, on building wealth, you know, and helping you create the type of lifestyle that you desire ultimately. And obviously, that's the vision of what we're looking to accomplish. And for this month, we decided we wanted to tap into, you know, some online skill sets that you can start tapping into a source that can create income for you on a passive basis, so that you can start to create wealth for yourself. And so tonight's topic is going to be centered around social media. And social media has been a platform that has transcended the way we communicate with each other. Facebook is the first that comes to mind. It's been the predominant social media tool for many people. And so out of that, you know, you see, you know, things like LinkedIn, Twitter, and now Pinterest and Instagram. These are all different things that come about. And so tonight what we're going to do is how to drive traffic, leads, and sales, because essentially to succeed online, those are the three elements that you're going to need to be successful. And so tonight, each and every one of us will give you some different perspectives on how that's accomplished and how you can actually tap into the resources that we have and part of our community to help you get your message out there, whatever that is. Or you may say, well, you know what, Roger, I have a business and I'm looking to attract more customers for my business, whether that be a home business or if that be a traditional business. Whatever the case may be, you're using our education, our platform per se, to help you get results. So with that said, I want to kind of offer a question to the panel. And in terms of using social media in your particular businesses, let's just say Facebook for that matter, how have you seen Facebook change? Let's just start with Facebook in general. How have you seen Facebook change, even over the last year or two? And what do you feel that it takes to be? So it's a two-part question. What is your impression of Facebook over the years? Okay, in terms of being able to create, you know, exposure for any type of business or any type of product, and how do you see Facebook moving forward in terms of being able to position oneself in front of the ideal target market that they desire? I'll start with Keisha.
I'm sorry, I pressed the wrong button. You know, that's a really good question, because Facebook continues to change and modify how they do business online. And so it's good. It's actually been good for us as a business owner, and kind of aligning ourselves with a technique or a company like Facebook. And the reason why is because Facebook, again, is a unique thing. And I've been on Facebook for many, many years and have made tons of money, which I'll get into a little bit tonight, and how I did that, specifically how I did that. And I think it's to our advantage to be able to rely on a platform like Facebook, because it'll help us to, again, drive that traffic and drive those sales and drive leads to our business in a free way, in a way that anybody can use and anybody can take and anybody can actually be successful at it. I know for me, Facebook has actually been a blessing because of the techniques that I've put into place. And a lot of the techniques that I use actually have been, exactly what marketing is. It's been, trial and error. And then you get to a place where you're doing really successful things simply because you're hanging in there. So for me, Facebook has changed, but it's changed for the better, especially, when we're using Facebook, fan pages and ads, and you'll hear a little bit more about that tonight if you stick around, because we want you to stick around and check these techniques out. I think for the future, it's actually going to be even more beneficial for us in the future. And you'll see, how, just even as a business owner, how we can use Facebook in a really, really unique way that helps to benefit us and will benefit us long term.
Wonderful, wonderful. And I'm going to pose that question to Victoria. Same question, and how would you foresee Facebook moving forward in terms of the opportunity? And what's been your impression of Facebook, at least from in terms of your usage over, let's say, the last year? Because obviously things have changed. Even from promoting stuff freely. When I say freely, I'm talking about without expense. And then using even paid marketing. So obviously Facebook has changed. What's been your perception and how you've used it? And then what do you foresee in terms of the challenges maybe that are going to come about? And how do you see to adapt to those changes moving forward?
Just kind of, I have like two big things that I've seen as far as the shift or the change in Facebook through the past year or so. And one of those things is I want to say the usefulness or the value of having a fan page to connect with your audience. Before it was, people like your fan page, they get your content whenever you post it. Now they have it to where the people that like your page don't really even see your content unless you're paying to boost it onto their post. And for me, that was something that really big that happened over the past year, because now it's forcing people that are actually using Facebook to as a source of income, not necessarily Facebook being the income, but to link to what is creating their income. It kind of forces them to actually have a marketing budget if that's something if that's a business that they want to be successful in. And then the second large thing that I've seen that has changed over the years with Facebook is that, they've created a space for where you can actually physically see how many people are viewing your videos. Before it was just kind of you post it and hope it hits the right people and you guide them to your to your offer, whatever it is. Now you can actually gauge, even though people might not be commenting, people might not be liking, but you can also see how many viewers are actually seeing your message. And I think that's very important for people, just to kind of see how far their reach is a little bit, because obviously people that have a little bit larger audience, they have a lot more views. People share their things more often. And then that also allows you to kind of tweak your message in your videos. For me, I think that adapting to the change in Facebook is just putting out videos, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't, and allowing that to be kind of like where I measure how successful my marketing campaigns are.
Excellent answer. Yeah, and the thing is, it's all about tweaking. In free marketing or paid marketing, you got to understand that there's the importance of tracking. And then obviously views is one thing, but then you know, if you have like for example, I did a Facebook post yesterday, and I got 20 likes, and I think of like almost 10 comments, 10, 15 comments, which was great because obviously that keeps it relevant in the newsfeed. And so, that engagement, and especially if you're going for free marketing, you just want to kind of tell your story, And one of the things I love about Facebook, it's kind of like a storyboard, where pictures and not just words, but pictures and things of that nature, and videos for that matter, speak louder than anything else. So great stuff. Yamina, how would you answer
that? Can y'all hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah, just like everybody else here on the panel, I've been on Facebook for a while now, and I mainly use Facebook and video. And I notice over time, as far as your post, I know people used to see it more than what they're seeing it now. So the algorithm, if that's how you say it, changed in Facebook. So now they're gearing to a more of, like Victoria was saying, it's more of how many friends you have, how big your network is. That's basically who's going to see your post. And I noticed another thing Facebook is doing. I've been doing some research and some tweaking and things myself, but I noticed that if you're doing a lot of like promotional type of posts, Facebook is not going to show those as much as if you would just do like maybe a quote or something like that. They don't, because Facebook is not really a place to sell, which people got it backwards. It's Facebook, okay? So, it's not a place to really actually sell. You build relationships, and you get friends, and you build relationships, and then you can sell. You don't want to sell all the time on Facebook. It's here for people to get to know you a little bit, get to know about you, and you build relationships. A lot of people just don't know how to use Facebook the correct way, and then they're wondering why, no one's buying their product, or maybe no one's joining their business or something like that, because you're just constantly trying to sell all the time on Facebook, and that's not what it's about. So a lot of people have that. A lot of people have that really messed up. And as far as ads go, I've been dabbling in ads lately, and the fan page. I found the trick to the ads. You have to be very targeted for your ads, because you can just waste money on ads if you're just putting it up and just throwing it out there, and it's not targeted. You have to really target it down to who you want to see your ads, and that's how you get it for a really low cost. I think the latest ad I did, I think I paid, I don't know, 25, 30 cents or something like that. I never pay like $1. I never pay any more than $1, because all of my ads are niched, specified. And when you do it like that, more people get to see it, and your cost is low. So, $5, $10 can go a long way if you do it right. If you do it right. And I've been using that technique also to build my fan page as well. And you want to target your fan page to a niche. You don't just want to throw it out there to everybody, because not everybody is interested in what you have going on. So so at that time when you are posting stuff on your fan page, and then when it's time to sell something, you have quality people on your page, if that makes sense, right? Because a lot of us have a lot of friends, but they're not quality friends. They're just friends. They're never going to buy. So, Facebook is a little funny. You have to learn it. I'm mastering it. And I'm really, I'm really tweaking what I'm doing, and it's working out really well for me. So I don't mind the algorithm thing because I'm working around that. It's just that you have to know how to work around it because Facebook changes up all the time. So if you can throw a little bit of money into the ads and learn how to tweak it and target it, you can really do good with the ads. So that's what I've been doing. And they say it's free, which it is, but you have to know how to use it. You have to know how to use it. So that's where I'm going with Facebook. I love it. Oh, and another thing, I love the fact that the videos, because I do videos too, and you can now actually, instead of putting your YouTube link in there, in the how you used to just post it and get that little box. I couldn't figure out for the life of me how people getting their big old screen videos on here, and I finally figured it out. But it's great because it allows you to get more views, and you don't have to worry about that little box, because people don't pay attention to that. Even if you have a post, I noticed that even if you have a post from like your blog, you know how that little box comes up with the little description, that people don't really pay attention to that either. But I love the fact that Facebook is allowing you to upload your YouTube videos directly to the Facebook. So, and it's really blowing up with videos on Facebook, which I love. So I'm very happy that they decided to do that.
Yeah, it's a wonderful tool, and especially because people just like watching videos. And that's a whole different topic for another day, in terms of really how to create compelling videos to drive traffic, leads, and sales. But in terms of to accomplish that on Facebook, is really all about engagement, and taking an interest in what others have to say, and because you have to first and foremost define your niche and who you're talking to. And once you do that, you can start to find groups. And one thing I hate about Facebook is that it's such a pitch fest, especially in these groups where it's just nothing but spam. But you can certainly start to separate yourself when you start giving value and helping people, or just shedding light on something, whatever the case may be, and people see you in a different perspective. And then you can always invite them to your fan page, engage with them, share your blog post. Get them on your email list, start to develop that rapport with them, because we want to develop rapports. It's not necessarily you want to be buddy-buddy with them and, take them out to dinner. It's really about just getting to have that connection with them. Do they see you as a credible source of information in order for them to want to take action and actually get on your list, or, best case scenario, to actually, buy from you? And Facebook allows you to position yourself just as a person of credibility, especially when a lot of people start to comment and like and share your stuff. And that's really the measurement of how successful an ad campaign can be. If you do a sponsor post in the news feed, you can see how many comments and likes and shares. Remember, this time last year, I think I had one on March Madness, and I just wanted to kind of test it out. I said, okay, well, I'm going to create a March Madness funnel, and I went ahead and did that. And it's funny because all I did was talk about basketball, and I said, do you want to blog about basketball? Do you want to? And I kind of connected the two, because last week we talked about blogging. This week we're talking about social media. So how can I connect the two together in a way where people see value? So I said, okay, well, let me talk about basketball. And so I probably had on one post 3,000 likes and a ridiculous amount of comments. It was crazy. And it was a paid marketing campaign. It was very successful, and I actually got a few sales from that. But it was about not talking about blog, blog. It wasn't talking about social media or drive traffic, leads, and sales. It was just talking about basketball. And then just tying it in at the end and said, listen, you want to learn how to share, stuff about basketball on Facebook, let's connect. you know, and people started to take me up for that because, again, it wasn't me pitching them. It was me building connection and rapport. Because there's a difference between relationship and rapport and responsiveness. And you'll actually learn that by becoming part of our community, by the way. I just want to throw that out there. You know, because people think, well, you know, I want to develop a relationship. No, you don't want to be buddy-buddy with them and, you know, take them out to dinner and court them. It's more about connecting with them. Do they see that you care about them? And that's really the element of Facebook, is if you can position yourself as that authority figure, I think is very, very important. So those some great answers for that first round. So let's kind of touch on some other elements of social media. I'm gonna let Keisha kind of take this one, and I know you wanted to probably share some other insights into social media and maybe some things that you do specifically on how you're getting or how you're driving results in terms of traffic, leads, and sales for your business.
Sure, no problem. So I'm gonna share about it's about 8:30, so I'm gonna share about maybe 3 and maybe a bonus with you guys in terms of Facebook fan pages. I love Facebook because I've made a ton of money on it, and it's funny because one of the things I'm going to share with you is something that Roger touched on. But it's worked for me, and it's something that you can use as well. So I'm going to talk about a couple techniques in terms of a Facebook fan page and why that's important. And actually, you know, Yamina talked a lot about the importance of having a Facebook fan page and why it's important to be on Facebook. And I thought that was really insightful. If you guys didn't hear that, make sure you watch this episode and this hangout again, because she really touched on some value there. She mentioned how, you know, what the purpose of Facebook is. And we have you know, some of us, you know, business owners have kind of repurposed it for ourselves. But, you know, there's, you know, being that it's Facebook, you know, they have a certain agenda, and we have to kind of play in those, you know, within that framework in order to have the best success. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys, and then I want to talk about, I'm going to just, you know, again, share some techniques on and hopefully I do this correct. I'm going to hope and all right, I'm going to go to my fan page, and hopefully you guys can see me and still hear me. If you guys can see me or hear me, Roger, let me know if you can see my page.
Yes, I can.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, so one of the things that you want to do is when you're starting a fan page, I know that Yamina also talked about making it a niche, a market, but you also can, you know, make it personalized to you, and then if you need to change it later, you can, and you can do that in the settings. But one of the things I wanted to show you were a couple things that are unique to Facebook fan pages. So that's very different. We talked about, you know, how Facebook has changed and how it is a benefit to you to have these things. So Facebook fan pages is really cool. And so one of the big things that has changed on Facebook fan pages is you have a call to action button. So before I had sign up, it said call to action, and you can actually put a call to action on your Facebook page. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that great for the business owner? So basically what this is you can put any kind of call to action. So I'm going to click on edit call to action, and you can choose your button. So you can choose to go to a sign up page. You can choose if you're a business owner that where you want people to contact you, you can use that. You can have them send them to an app. You can have them go to your store or watch a video. So I chose sign up. And so what that does is you can put any website where people can go to there in that box, and then you click next, and then if they're on a mobile, if they're on an Apple product, pretty much This is just directing them to where they can go if they come to your site, what that call to action will send them. And then you can also do that on the Android. You can also send them to an app if they're on their Android. So you click Save Changes, and boom. If somebody goes to my site right now, you can actually go and click Sign Up, and what it'll bring you to, it'll bring you to my capture page. Okay? So if anybody wants to try that, you're more than welcome to try that. So the second thing that I wanted to show you is videos. And we talked a little bit about the videos and how you can actually put a call to action on your videos. And if y'all didn't know that, you can. So I just uploaded this video about 23 minutes ago. And how it works is,
I'd like to tell you about the strangest secret in the world.
And this is a video that I downloaded, and I'll show you a little bit about how to do that as well. So, okay. All right. Oh, okay. Well, it probably doesn't. It's for whatever reason it's not wanting to continue playing. But when that comes up, what happens is at the end. Yeah, here we go. At the end, if you go to the end of the video, I have it so that when they finish, it'll come up with a call to action, and you can actually it's playing now. I'll try to move it ahead so you can actually see it. Let's see. Yep, there we go. So you can either replay, or you can press this button. That is a call to action, and what that does is it goes out to your capture page or whatever site that you want to bring them to. Okay, so that's something that's unique about Facebook fan pages. You can bring them to, and you can actually name that call to action. So let me show you a little bit about how you would actually do that. If you click on video, you can download your video, and let's say the video. Where is the video? Oops, that wasn't the video. Let's suppose I wanted to put this video here, okay? And how you would go about doing that is you would say something. One of the things I would say is that know what you want to say in terms of a headline and a description for your video, because you won't be able to change that afterwards. You click call to action. You can put a custom call to action if you want to. And then you can, I have sign up or download. You can put whatever you want to there. You enter the URL. This is, I'm going to take my URL and do that. Boom. And make sure that you have a headline that before you click post, make sure that you have a headline and a link description. And then when you click post, it'll say it's processing, and then Facebook will say, we'll let you know when it's done. And after that, all you have to do, and you can choose to boost the post if you'd like to as well. If you choose to boost the post, you can reach more people as well. Okay? So that's really kind of cool. That's a big change, and I believe that depending on how viral your video can go, because it can go viral. I have seen videos go viral from people that are in our community, seeing videos go viral, and they get traffic for their business. Okay, and so I've seen that happen. So you can do that. Wonderful thing, wonderful, really good tip with Facebook fan pages. The other thing that I wanted to show you, well, kind of the last thing, is called kind of when you post pictures and when you post things on your Facebook fan page, you want to engage people. For instance, I said, who's on tonight? That's one of the things that you can put so that you can elicit some conversation. Okay. For instance, I have have you heard the buzz yet? And people can respond to that. I had a couple of likes that came through there. And so, again, if you ain't in the money, if it ain't about the money, then what's the business about? Reaching, several people. I'm always asking questions of people so that again, they, you know, it elicits responses. Okay. So just as a little, also a little bonus that I like to share too, and I won't go into groups because we just don't have time. One of the things that you can do is that you can share your post on your wall. That gives you actually more reaches and more and puts your information in front of people. So I know that, you know, they have changed again their algorithm as to who you can reach and who you can't reach, but that will boost your sales too. And if you feel comfortable, you can always share your post so that you can reach more people, and then, you know, eventually you'll see the reaches increase. And then you have your stats. You can see who has liked your page in the last couple minutes, or, you know, and where the, you know, how many people the posts have reached, and, you know, who actually clicked on your call to action button. Okay. So that's about it for me. I hope you guys got some really great tips out of that. Let me go back over and stop sharing my page and just turn it back over to Roger.
That was excellent. That was excellent. That was a great depiction of really structuring your Facebook fan page. And like I said, like you said in the beginning, you know, it can be well as be niche focused. You know, if you like cooking, or you like golf, or whatever, or you like, you know, soccer, whatever the case may be, make it niche oriented, or you can kind of make it the way Keisha did it, where she's just offering value in some, because your followers will start to pick up on what your blog, or your, not blog, I should say your fan page is about over time, and they start commenting and liking, and the key is targeting people that will have an interest in what you have to offer, you know, and that's really the essential key there, because the more engagement, again, the propensity for your stuff to get out there in the marketplace even further. People will share, you know, across their channels, and you start to get this organic traffic, which can be very, very helpful. Very, very helpful. You know, in terms of leads, it's all about your message. It's refining your message. So one of the things that I know that my mentor taught me was I needed to have a blog, a lead capture page, and an autoresponder. Now, how do you use that in conjunction with social media, or in this case, Facebook? Well, let's say there was a call to action in there and say, hey, you know, if you like more free tips about X, you know, you can go to my blog and download the free report. Or in exchange for the free report, they can get on my list. Okay, so I'm capturing the lead, and now I'm building rapport and responsiveness with that list. So then, anytime I develop, and you know, and as a byproduct, I'm developing a relationship. But as a way of doing that, if I pitch something, they're more apt to willing to accept the pitch versus me pitching all the time. And again, Facebook is not the medium for that. Is you really want to try to tell a story or just share stuff, and be mindful of the fact that you're not there to necessarily create sales. You're there to get engagement. And once you get engagement, you can invite them on to a webinar or your list, whatever the case may be. This is where you start to develop those connections. So yeah, that was very, very helpful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm actually going to take a few minutes and show you guys some LinkedIn stuff. And in fact, we actually have, let me share this with you. We actually have a 2-day mastermind in Nashville coming up in April 22nd and 23rd. And so for those of you that are on the line right now, I want to personally invite you out, and we'll talk about that at the end of the show here tonight. But that mastermind right there will give you some really, really key insights, not just to LinkedIn and other social media things, but just some overall marketing strategies that can take your business to a whole different level. And some of the stuff is taught by 6- and even 7-figure earners. So you're definitely going to be in a treat for that. So I'm going to give you guys a personal invite at the end of our show. Okay, so let's go ahead, and I'm going to share my screen here real quick. Give me 1 second. Actually, let me pull up my LinkedIn real quick. Okay. Here we go. Can everybody see my screen? Everybody can see my screen?
Yep,
Okay.
we can see it.
Okay. So the first thing with LinkedIn, and I'll give you guys some nuggets that I think will be very, very helpful. The first thing you want to do is develop your profile, okay? And I like to kind of split up LinkedIn training into two parts. One is the setup, and then really then is driving traffic or driving people's. And so the first thing is, without this, you can't really drive traffic to anything, because people want to know that they're engaging with something. Now, what I really should be doing, and I probably will end up doing it, is getting 2 separate LinkedIn accounts. One is for my financial services practice. As you can see, this is pretty much catered toward my financial services business that I do full time. But and you can also create. I can also create another one just specifically for marketing, which is probably what I'll end up doing anyway. So I don't suggest having just one account if you've got multiple businesses like me. Okay, I just haven't done it, and I need to do it. So recognizing that fact, I want to show you guys just the setup here. Having a very clean picture is very, very important. Going down here, your experience, okay, and being very detailed with it, okay, being very detailed with it. If somebody came and this is generic, guys. If somebody came and they wanted to know what my practice is all about, they can see here from all the stuff that we do, or a good chunk of it, and they can get an idea of how that serves their needs. And so the other thing too is recommendations. I've got at least, I can't even remember how many recommendations I have. I think it's over 20. But I've got recommendations here, which are very, very important, okay? Because this is sort of like your resume. Because LinkedIn used to be specifically for job seekers. Now it's kind of migrated into this professional platform where even network marketers and internet marketing professionals have gravitated toward it, because the average income on LinkedIn is roughly between 70, 80,000, let's say, on that range, to roughly about 150. And so that 70 to 150 range is typically where you're going to see a lot of prospects. These are prospects that are professionals. Majority of them have money, and the key is, with these types of folks, you've got to position your content in a way where you're always providing value. And the one thing that I love is that when people come to my profile, they can see these particular recommendations. And the thing is, you just don't want to get anybody recommending stuff. See, I got a CPA right here, which is important to my field, because a CPA, and her first thing is Rogers is trusted financial advisor. You see, and so that brings credibility and trustworthiness even before I even open my mouth. Okay, the projects that I'm working on right now, I'm working on a financial empowerment workshop. Okay, all the skills and endorsements and things of that nature. And there's a plethora of these things. So when people go in your education and things of that nature, all your interests. So again, you don't want to inundate this with too much stuff, but you want to be detailed enough to where people can come in and they feel like they can kind of get to know you from the get-go. Okay? You don't want to be bland here, ladies and gentlemen. You do not want to be bland, because if you bland, people will definitely click off your stuff. I could probably choose a better background. I just haven't had the time, guys. But I could probably choose a better background, so I'll probably end up doing that too. So that's 2 things I need to do on my list. But nonetheless, let me take you through the featured stuff here. And you can update your stuff here. You can add sections. That's what I love about this, that you can make it as detailed as you want. But sometimes less is more. So that's the key thing to understand. Now, let's kind of go to the post here. Now, I want to show you guys. This is called LinkedIn Pulse. Okay, now this was a feature that was developed by LinkedIn not too long ago, and the one thing, and I'll show you one of my most popular posts that I've been getting a lot of traffic and leads and sales. from it. Now, this was a review on Paycation. And Paycation is actually a network marketing company that they sell travel. Now, this particular post had 11,000, still had 11,461 viewers. Okay, 11,461 viewers, and it's got 6 comments. Okay. In fact, I actually had to delete a couple of comments because a couple of comments were a little bit some haters, if you want to call it that. So again, you're going to have haters, and even on a professional network like LinkedIn, yes, you're going to have haters because people have opinions, and you can't get caught up in that. So I did a review on Paycation, and just for the sake of time, you know, obviously here's some of the comments, and every comment that I get, I comment back. So I became a new agent today. Whoopee, you know, say, hey, great, you know, let me know if I can assist you in sponsoring more reps in your business. You see, I'm not trying to recruit Hannah. I'm not trying to recruit Hannah. I could care less if Hannah joins my business. What I am interested in is see if I can help Hannah drive more traffic and leads and sales, or in her language, sponsoring more reps. See, here's the thing. You got to talk your prospect's language. So sponsoring more reps is indicative of what she wants to do. It's not about traffic, leads, and sales. So if I'm talking to a network marketing professional, I got to speak their language. Okay? So now the one thing I also did was I referenced my blog. To see this post on my official blog and for more reviews on products, companies, and personal finance entrepreneurship tips, click here. Well, if I click there, it takes me to the actual post I did on my blog. Okay? And so people can go on my blog and they can actually comment there. So that is a little ninja tip right there, because you want them to, and then like this is building upon what we did last week, because we want them to get back to our blog eventually, because that's where we're going to develop the most rapport and responsiveness with these individuals. And they feel like they can get to know us, they feel like they can like us and trust us, and then they can do business with us. And that's the key right there. As the first, they must like you, then they must trust you, then they can do business with you. And that's in anywhere, from Facebook to LinkedIn to wherever. But this is one of my most popular posts that I've done, where I've gotten traffic, leads, and sales from it. And you can see there's a lot of people that have looked at it. I've got a few other ones that are up there too, but for the sake of time, I won't go into that. So the other thing too is groups. And going into groups is you want to find groups that are in line to who you are, what you're about, and what your message is, right? And you see, because I set my profile up, that's why I definitely need to do 2 profiles. This one is really catered to my financial services business, so that's why this stuff is popping up. Okay, these ads. I can go in here, and this is just in general. This is a post from Black Enterprise. I can go in here and comment on this. Just check out my interview, and I actually know Janine Barlow, by the way. And so I can go on here and I can just leave a comment. Let me just see if I can do this here real quick. Because leaving a comment is very, very important. Because now they feel like I'm interested in their information. And you want to be. You want to be genuinely interested in their information. I said, awesome. Janine, just spell her name right first. Janine is an awesome individual. Just going to leave that. And so I'm going to add the comment. And in a few days, I can check back and to see if they actually commented back. So here, my comment has been posted successfully. Now you see what it did? It says start by commenting and in discussion. You see? Now, group participants get 4 times the number of profile views, because if you consistently are here, you're going to get more profile views, you're going to get more connections, and plus, at the end of the day, there are certain people that are called influencers, and when you become an influencer, you start to take your LinkedIn game to a whole different level, because there's some people on here that have got 200,000 likes on their posts within a matter of half hour, and it's just mind-boggling. And I'm wondering, like, how the hell are they doing that? Well, they're doing that because they're doing some of the things that I'm talking about. So let me go back here and go back to the take my screen sharing off. And that's it. And I wanted to kind of pass it on to Victoria, and because we're all going to share it with you tonight. I know we got a couple more minutes here. Our perspective, and so I want to kind of let Victoria and Yamina share their perspective on some of the other things that they want to talk about too. I'll start with Victoria.
Okay. So just for the sake of time, I'm going to go ahead. I'm not going to share my screen tonight. I'm just going to go ahead and give you guys 5 quick tips to get sales leads and traffic to your offer via Instagram. And so the first thing is to make sure that your photo is professional and it is in alignment to what your brand is and what exactly you're promoting via your Instagram. The main reason why that's one of the most important things is because Instagram is all about pictures. It's all about, pictures tells 1,000 words. So you want to make sure that it's in alignment to perhaps what you have on your fan page, because you don't want to be promoting via your Instagram and people find your fan page and there's something completely different. So you want to make sure that if you do have multiple fan pages, you have multiple Instagrams that are similar to that fan page. The second thing I wanted to share was to make sure that your bio sums up what you do and how someone can benefit from partnering with you. And that's something that you want to do with maybe a few sentences or maybe a sentence, or you can just kind of give your titles. And the most important thing about your bio is to kind of put little emoticons, I think that's how you say it, in your bio, which will be more visually pleasing to people, because when people read just plain language bio, they're more likely to kind of look over it versus someone that has like little emoticons in it. And then something else in reference to your bio is that when you're promoting different events and different trainings, you want to make sure that you switch out the link that goes into your bio, because if you notice on Instagram, you're not able to put a clickable link in your actual comments or the caption that goes under your photo. So you want to make sure that you have those links available and switch them out whenever you're doing a training or you're promoting some kind of webinar. I'm just going to cut it short because we're running really close on time. So the third and final thing that I want to share, because I think it's one of the most important things when using Instagram, is to hashtag. A lot of people have different opinions about hashtags or whatever, but I think that it's one of the most important things, especially when you're getting started out on Instagram, primarily because you have 2 or 3 followers. The only person that's really seeing your post without those hashtags is your 1 or 2 followers. But once you add those hashtags to your followers, your I guess engagement level increases, because it allows you to reach out to those people that aren't following you, and it also gains you access to them personally, and gives them the chance to follow you because they do see and like your content and see that you're able to provide value for them. And so in the sake of time, we're going to go ahead and go over to Keisha. I don't know if you want to share your ads tonight or just kind of transfer it over to next week, but Keisha, we can go ahead and share. And actually, I'm sorry, Yamina. Yamina, I wanted to ask you one of the things, because I know you said a lot about ads earlier.
Right.
Said that it has to be laser targeted. So right. I wanted to ask you, how many people would you say is best to target? Because I know when you're doing an ad, they give you, this will reach 50 million people. So right. How many people from your experience do you think is best?
Okay, well, you don't want to, I think you want to keep the number, I would say under 500,000, under $1 million. You could do like 99, a low number. You don't want to get it too much, because then if you get it too high, it's really not worth it. And you want to keep it more, not so much broad. You know how they have the little sign which says if it's broad or not. You want to keep it in the middle. Okay, you want to keep it in the middle, and you also want to check off interests. People who are interested in, like, maybe, I don't know, people who like Roger's fan page, or people who like Keisha's fan page or people who like so and so. You know, you want to laser target it to these kind. I mean, you got to really, really get specific. I don't think we have time for me to go through that right now, but just a few notes. You really want to pinpoint on interest. How many people that comes up in the search? You don't want to, you don't want to like target like 1 million. You don't want that number to be too much. So I would keep it under 500, under 500,000, just to be safe. I would keep it under that, and just do specific interests, and you can pick different, like you can pick U.S. I do like Australia or Canada. Sometimes it helps with the more people, sometimes it doesn't, but when you do it like that, that's how you're able to keep the cost down a little bit too, because you want you don't want to pay a whole lot of money per engagement, or it depends on what kind of ad you're doing. Like say if you're doing an ad for engagement, or you want them to go to your website, right? It just depends, but you don't want to pay, I don't want to pay more than $1 for a click. That's just my thing, but you can run the ad. I think I ran one from my Facebook fan page because I'm growing it. When I started it, it was at $385 when I started the ad. I ran the ad for 3 days. I paid $5. I niched it down. In the 3 days, I got it up to about $450, and that's just engagement. But like I said, I think I was only paying anywhere from 25 to 30 cents or something like that. So it helped. It helped. So I'm still tweaking, but you just want to be able to niche it specifically, get as many clicks or engagements or whatever your purpose is. You want to get as many for your buck. Because you can do $5, $10, or whatever. I start small. If you never done ads before, I would say start with $5, see what happens, and you can always increase the budget. Another thing, the more you pay, of course, the more people are gonna see your ads. And you don't want to just do ads for any old thing. You want to do an ad. If you have a product, or if you're trying to get people on your list, that's another way to build your list. Or if you're trying to get them to opt in to buy something or to an event. So you just don't want to just do an ad for every little thing. But I'm having fun with the ads. And I'm not spending a lot of money. And people think because you do ads, it's going to cost you a lot of money. If you budget it out to $5 a day or maybe $10 a day, and with the little technique of targeting, you can really stretch that money out.
Well, you brought up a point that I want to make mention of, is that people think it's expensive. Well, and then again, that's going back to mindset. Is people are afraid to spend money in their businesses is because, again, we come from an employee mindset typically. When we try to engage in entrepreneurship, we still got that consumer hat on. And so that was a great point, is that you can't be afraid to invest in your business in that capacity. Yes, you are going to lose money. Just be okay with it. But the key is not just throwing money at something. Yamina has tested and tweaked her campaigns to get effective results, and she's driving traffic to her business in a simple fashion using Facebook. And there's millions upon millions of dollars generated in Facebook marketing, or paid marketing for that matter, every year, thousands upon thousands of dollars per day. And there's no reason why that if you want to learn that particular medium, you can do so. For me, I just find LinkedIn, since it's really my target, LinkedIn videos and blogging to be very, very effective for me in my marketing. And so to each his own. Everybody's different, on our panel, and we want you to be doing the same thing as well. For the sake of time, I want to let you guys know about our mastermind coming up on April 22nd and 23rd in Nashville, Tennessee. We're going to be doing a 2-day workshop, and if you liked what you heard tonight, definitely want to invite you out personally. So if you'd like to go, I'd like to invite you to get in touch with any one of us on the panel that brought you to the line. Okay, that's very, very important. Go ahead and we'll share the information to you. Now you have to be part of our particular organization to go. Okay, our specific team. So if you see that little link below, and I forget what is yellow, or I don't have the page in front of me. Is it yellow or what is it?
I think it's orange.
Is it orange? Yeah. So click that orange button, okay, and get started with our team. And you can get started with as minimal as $25 for our viral blogging system. But that will give you access to our community, and then we can get you some details about our upcoming workshop in Nashville. It's going to be phenomenal, okay? A 2-day mastermind full of nuggets with, anything from blogging to outsourcing to LinkedIn to you name it, to getting your blog posts ranked through indexing. It is going to be phenomenal, the amount of information that's going to be disseminated. And so we want to invite you, our viewer, our loyal viewers, to meet us in person. Okay, that's part about building relationships, is that we like to take you from online to offline, and we can do that here in Nashville coming up on April 22nd and then 23rd. So it's a 2-day event. You get to hang out with us. We're going to be going bowling. We're going to be having a lot of fun, but we're also going to learn something. It's going to be a 2-day intensive boot camp or workshop that we're going to be conducting. And so again, click that link below. Get started with our team tonight, and we hope that you enjoy tonight's version of the Empowered Lifestyle Hour. My name is Roger Silvera. I'm your host tonight, and on behalf of all my panelists, that we take the pride in giving you guys solid nuggets of information, inspiration, each and every week that we do this. And we look forward to the next time that we see you next Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Any guys have any parting words before we go?
No, guys, thanks for coming out, watching. I hope y'all got a lot of value from this, took notes, and like Roger said, go ahead, click the link below, and we'll see you guys on the other side.
And hey, by the way, we also have a private Facebook group for the Empowered Lifestyle Hour. We want to make sure that I didn't forget that.
That's right, we have our group.
Yep, and so we can, I don't know what we can do to get people that information, but I don't know if we can put that into the chat, whatever the case may be, however we want to do it. But either way, we want to invite you to become part of our community. So with that said, take care and God bless, and we'll see you next week for next Thursday's edition of the Empowered Lifestyle Hour Show. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.